The drama, the excitement, the unpredictability of this fiercely contested Sahara Conference is set to unfold on the final day of competition. It's the West African Derby, the ABC Fighters taking on Stade Malien, coming to you live from Dakar Arena. For the 20-time Ivorian champions, the ABC Fighters, coming off that hard-fought victory against the Kwara Falcons of Nigeria, they will try and replicate their form today. The Bamako-based Stade Malien team has shown shades of brilliance on their way to their 2-2 record, and they can take a step closer to book their ticket to Kigali with the victory today. It's set to be a very tantalizing encounter. Alongside me, helping me unpack this one of Africa. If those teams at the bottom pick up their wins, you can have potentially 5 teams on the 3-2 record, and then it's the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yes, absolutely. And looking at the starting 5 for the Ivorian champions, Don Alex Robinson Jr., you have Obekpa there. He has a niggling ankle injury, but he's still going to play. Haruna was a bit lackluster yesterday, but he comes back into that starting 5. Mike Fofana, he's down 9 3-pointers in this tournament, but he's been trusted really to bring his energy on both sides of the court, as well as Stefan Konate, the legend. Now looking at Stade Malien, obviously Makan Keita, the captain, Mamadou Keita, Aliou Diarra, Suleiman Berthe, and John Wilkins, the Moroccan, who's been incredible for them in that paint. He'll have a lot of work on his hands with Obekpa to deal with on the other end of the court. And just really talking about both those teams, the starting 5s, you can see that the coaches have maintained the same lineup throughout the tournament. It's really been amazing, and I think we're going to have a great game on our hands, Q.
There's going to be a lot of great game. This is a West African derby, a lot of pride at stake, but more importantly, it's about advancing in the Basketball Africa League. When you talk about the starting 5s and the combination of Diarra and Berthe, they've scored 40 points and combined for 40 points throughout this competition, and that's of the 72 that Stade Malien have averaged, and that's quite a big offensive contribution from their end, and they'll be very aware, well, ABC, and they'll have built a game plan around that. Chris Obekpa is going to be very important inside the paint. When you talk about veteran and understanding circumstance, yeah, Hefe, the chief, Konate will have a role to play, but a lot of talk around Haruna. He had a poor showing in their last outing. Churie Bila, the man who came off the bench and helped advance the ABC Fighters to the next round with his 24 points. But Haruna, you expect him to bounce back from that kind of performance.
Yeah, you talk about Haruna, but the man to look out for is Aliou Diarra. He's averaging a double-double in this tournament, 17 points per game, leading the Sahara Conference on the average total rebounds board with 14.3. Wow, that is really going to be such an incredible matchup there. But I think it's a fresh day. It's a new beginning for both teams, and they know that everything they've done in the past has absolutely no relevance in this game if they cannot get the victory.
It's do or die. It's West African battle, and we are about to get this one underway. Referee Stephanie Barksdale going to set us off. Stade Malien will pick up the first possession on this one, and not forgetting that we have a sideline guy who's got the insights. We had a chance to chat with Liz Mills, and Robbie, do you get a sense of the importance of this one from the side?
Oh no, it's super important. You know, it's everyone. We get to a point now, Q, where we haven't seen this before. We've got 5 teams still, you know, vying for qualification. This is absolutely massive. So to hear and pick up the vibration from Liz Mills, you know, we've got to go out here and do the business. We saw that players came off the bench and performed yesterday. Who's going to perform today? We'll have to wait and see, but excitement all round.
Robinson blocked Diarra. He's talking about presence in the paint. Aliou Diarra, 2.5 blocks a game. He leads the conference as far as defense and presence. Chris Obekpa has held that mantle, led the BAL in season 2, but here we have a look at what he can do defensively. Got to watch him on both ends of the floor, but he also picks up that the foul comes on Keita on the contact.
Yeah, absolutely. The captain of the ABC Fighters is trying to get into a tango there. He's picked up his first foul, but Robinson on the other end has not yet made it count.
This will be a game of small margins. Execution going to be crucial. ABC, the better executing team on paper. It's Keita. Wilkins for Stade Malien. Diarra matched up against Obekpa. Diarra defended well on that one as ball comes up short into the hands of Robinson. Haruna from the elbow, knocks down his first shot. Nice opening bucket for Haruna, and that's his preferred spot.
Absolutely, Haruna just getting onto that scoreboard early enough to give him some good confidence, and he'll need it going forward in this very tough fixture.
Aliou Diarra on the other end, doing what he's been building his reputation around, picking up the offensive rebound. And the drive in from Keita. Just look at the position of Diarra forcing Obekwa into the foul. Obekwa picks up his first. It's one team foul apiece.
We're looking at the replay there. Obekwa will be very concerned about the space that was accorded to Stade Malien on that drive from Aliou Diarra.
Well, he gets an empty trip, but the rebound is picked up by Wilkins. They secure possession right back. Averaging 60% as a team, Stade Malien from the free throw line. Keita comes off the middle of the front iron. Robinson controls. Tension, palpable. There's Robinson tries to find Obekwa with the lob. It's picked off by Keita. A couple of turnovers. Inside they go. Wilkins, hook shot, opens the scoring for Stade Malien.
Wilkins in the right place at the right time, delivers the 2 points to get Stade Malien going in this game.
Diarra, nice read. Chance here for a transition bucket, and now contact called. That's going to be number 2 on Obekwa. 2 quick fouls in just 2 minutes. Might see him make a little move to the bench, and yes, substitution coming in really early from Coach Liz Mills. Cornet will come to the floor.
Well, Q, we talked about that niggling ankle injury. You can see he's limping. He's not able to move his feet quickly on defense, and he's getting tangled in there. 2 quick fouls, and that's not looking good for the ABC Fighters.
It hurts them just having him off the floor, because now they've got to find different coverage. Well, Bertek fires the 3, back iron. Long rebound is secured by that man Konate. Veteran controlling the offense on the other end. High pressure on the defensive end. Haruna matched up with Bertek. Step back 3. Front iron, long rebound again, controlled. Another chance for the Fighters. Robinson goes to work. Left hand, no good, and off it comes, and now a chance. Suleiman Bertek is out in transition. Left hand layup, and Diarra flies in but can't finish.
It was a good idea there from Aliou Diarra to clean up, but unlucky that the ball did not drop into the net.
Konet's first touch, throws away carelessly. Back the other way, Bertek breaks down, and layup won't go. The finishing right now could be a concern for Coach Kabakante on the end of Stade Malien. Fofana into the corner. Konate likes that corner, hits the 3.
It's a beautiful finish there from Konate from the best line. Something we've seen him do this tournament.
He certainly has been exceptional from the 3-point line. Diarra fires from the free throw line, strong on that miss. It's not going the way of Stade Malien. Just can't find the touch early going here. Could be a little bit of nerves for the young team out of Bamako. Haruna back the other way, goes left, and then is forced into a contact situation, and the foul comes in. I think it will be Aliou Diarra picking up his first. He does, and that's the 2nd team foul.
And looking at that replay, Haruna attacking the paint. Aliou not really coming in on time, and he picks up his first foul. That is something that Stade Malien will have to be careful about, because Aliou Diarra is a very key player for them, both on defense and on offense. And you can see that the ABC Fighters are trying to take him out of the game as soon as possible.
Well, it's about starting well. You can set the tone initially, and that's what the Fighters will want to do. So will Stade Malien. They have not found their touch yet from the field. Diarra on the drive, the left hand, in and out it goes. He gets it right back, up he goes again, still can't find touch from close range.
Well, Suleiman Berthe and Aliou Diarra will have to have a conversation with the net and the hoop because the ball is literally refusing to get in there. They need to have a word.
Well, they need to have a quick word. They're 1 of 8 from the field, and that's just 12%. Just struggling to convert. They're getting good looks, just can't finish. Wilkins. It's Keita, tightly guarded. Berthe goes up over the D, and finally opens up that lid on the rim to get a score from the field.
Well, perhaps that's the commentator's blessing. It's normally a curse, but finally Berthe getting his first points in this game.
Definitely commentator's blessing. And now on the other side, Konate against Keita. He floats up and over. It's rebounded by Wilkins. A chance for Stade Malien in transition. Berthe throws up! And the first bucket for Diarra as he scores off the lob threat, off the find from Suleiman Berthe, and that connection keeps working for Stade Malien.
They really have a bromance that's been going on here at the Sahara Conference, Berthe and Diarra. And finally, they get onto that scoreboard, and it will give them offense going into the defensive side.
Well, off that fantastic find inside the paint, it's 8-6 here at the Dakar Arena. Let's have a look at the throw up and the finish from Diarra. Tight game. We'll be right back after this. The West African Derby is well underway here at this Dakar Arena, and it's been Stade Malien fighting back despite their poor field goal percentage. That highlight play taking us into the timeout. Diarra skying up and just patrolling the paint on both ends of the floor with his brother in hoops, Suleiman Berthe. They've been a combination that's worked really well for the Stade Malien team.
Yeah, absolutely. They look like brothers. They look like they've known each other for many years, and you can feel that bromance really working for them. But also it's interesting to know that Stade Malien have been great on defense, getting 3 steals that have literally helped them to get back into this one. It's a 2-point game, and you can see them building the momentum, which is very necessary when you're playing against the very first best team like the ABC Fighters.
It certainly is, and let's find out just a little bit more information. Keita knocks down a big 3 to give Stade Malien their first lead in this one. I know Robbie is courtside, and we just find out. Robbie, could you pick up anything from the timeout?
Yeah, Coach Liz Mills, she's basically saying, don't leave 15. Don't leave 15. It's of course that man Diarra, very, very dangerous. Work on the rebounds. The rebounds are going to be really important in this game. She says focus on the rebounds, both defensively and offensively.
Game now tied, and that one pulled along too. And thank you very much, Robbie. And it's fair enough. Got to focus on trying to keep Diarra out of the paint. No team has figured that out yet. No team has figured that out, just keeping him out of the paint.
Yeah, talking about Aliou Diarra, he's already amassed 3 rebounds so far, and you just get the feeling that they'll have to do better, they'll have to box him out, and that is something that the ABC Fighters must figure out.
Well, just a look there, contest on that long-range shot from Keita. They still don't know whether it's 3 or 2, but rule the 2 right now. It is ABC basketball, Chudier Bile in. Bile fires from the free throw line. It's again another long rebound. Suleiman Berthe back the other way, bundles into Bile, and he's going to get called for the charge. Great work on the defensive end by Bile.
Talking about Bile, he was massive last night against the Kwara Falcons, coming off the bench to score 24 points. That's a man who's very dangerous when he has the ball in his hands. But on the defensive side, he'll have to do a better job on Suleiman Berthe.
Berthe picks up his second foul, so he's going to have to head to the bench. And this is interesting times for Stade Malien. He's the 23-point per game performer, their leading scorer, and he's in a little bit of foul trouble.
The wonderfully talented youngster from the NBA Africa Academy, Rubens Chinyelo, just coming on.
Chance for Chinyelo to pick up some minutes. The NBA Elevate player, Aruna. He's been quiet. Aruna steps in. Hands off to Kone. 9 seconds on the shot clock. It's Robinson. contact call. And Keita looks on in wonderment, but referee right there to make that call.
We're talking about Keita. His assignment is very clear. He's been assigned to guard that man, Robinson Jr. And so far, Robinson Jr. has already picked 2 fouls.
And they go into their 15th foul, so Robinson Jr. going to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
It's working for Robinson Jr. He knows how to collect those, but he'll need to convert more on the free throw line just to make sure that is effective.
Well, vastly experienced Robinson Jr. played for the Long Island Nets in the G League. He also signed an Exhibit 10 contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he once again showcasing the diversity of his skill set, makes the second of those free throws. 9-8 the score. 2:55, 2:52 left in here. Amayo moves in. Diarra. Pressured. Hands off to Traore. In he comes and finishes with 2. Nice layup by Traore, finding some space in that very stingy ABC defense.
That's incredible from Stade Malien. Their 10 points have been scored by 5 different players. Just goes to show you that Aliou Diarra may be targeted by the ABC fighters as the man who brings trouble on offense. But there's great teamwork and that drive to the basket. Easy 2 points for Traore as Stade Malien maintain their lead.
Fouls already starting to become a narrative right here in this West African derby. Robinson back at the free throw line once again, and he is just really struggling.
He's really struggling. He's 2 for 4, and now that's 3 for 5. He'll have to master this art real quick.
Can't find his touch. Empty trip for Alex Robinson. Ball goes out of bounds. And their substitution now is just giving him a little bit of a break, see if he can't find his legs as Cornet comes in. Picking up a different Brian Robinson, just trying to have a chat on the bench. And you see him actually talking about his form from the free throw line. He understands the importance. And there's another break on the floor. The referees just take a second to confirm. I know they're probably going to talk about the time left on the game, on the shot clock, because where they inbounded from and whose possession it is, and whether it's probably around backcourt violation. Well, I mean, about 8-second call.
Yeah, absolutely. As we wait for the referees to guide the game, and
well, they continue the discussion, just trying to figure out exactly what's happening. Definitely Barksdale, Bernardo, and Mosea. They will continue with it, and it will still be Stade Malien basketball. Still 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Chinyelo almost spilled away. Now it's Amayo. Konate, look inside. First touch for Brian Bridgeford. Bridgeford won't get it off in time, but we have got a shot clock violation.
it's very good defense from the ABC fighters. They'll be very proud of the work that they put in on that possession as they give themselves a chance now to go on the other end and try to score. But you can see the frustration on Coach Kabakante's face.
Yeah, coaches don't like to see shot clock violations, rather get the shot off. Haruna spills in and out from that three-point line. Chinyelo cleans up, and just right there, Kone picks up a quick foul.
Looking at the replay there, he was really trying to steal, but possession goes back to Stade Malien, who have to be more careful because that's the second time in a row that they've almost lost ball possession.
Ulrich Krah in high ball pressure, full court press pressure from the ABC fighters. Traore has already got two. There's Chinyelo battling for the rebound. Chinyelo goes left. still won't go in. Bridgeforth can't keep alive on the Chinyelo miss. Chance for the fighters in transition. Kone holds up. Kra on the drive. Kra shorts the layup. A chance to go back the other way. Amayo to Traore. Traore, strong take, but is well guarded, and he'll pick up the foul. It's been tough going inside the paint. Every shot taken has been well contested.
We're looking at that man, Traore. You can see that he's understood the assignment. It's the second time he's driving into the paint that way. But the ABC fighters, they need to figure out a way of stopping him, communicate as a team, and play better defense without necessarily picking up those fouls.
Well, that's the 5th team foul. Both teams now win the penalty, and that sends that man, Traore, to the free throw line. He's a Mali international, is Traore. Represented in the 21 Afro basket. He also played some club basketball out in Morocco. 24-year-old guard, listed at 198.
Shooting 100% on the free throw. It's 2 for 2. He'll be pleased with his contribution in the game so far. And it's 4 points for him.
3-point lead for Stade Malien. Drive in is well guarded. Bridgeforth gets the block and Villiers gets it back, and he is able to draw contact. Fouls continually starting to pile up. It might not be too much of a factor now, Usher, but a little bit later on, especially towards the 3rd and the 4th quarter, this will be a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yesterday against the Kwara Falcons, Villiers was 7 for 8 on the free throw. Not so bad for the South Sudanese.
He'll try and replicate that, but the free throw line has definitely not been a place of joy for the ABC fighters in this one.
Yeah, talking about their percentages, not looking good really. The ABC fighters shooting at 50% so far.
Yeah, just 5 of 10 they are. 46 seconds left. 4 of 9. Inside it goes to Chinyelo. Chinyelo working. Goes glass. Great move.
That's a beautiful finish there from Chinyelo, the BAL Elevate player, just trying to find his feet on offense. He's already doing a lot of work on defense, boxing out Sila.
Shot is cleaned up by Ruben Chinyelo. Amayo. Shot clock is turned off. They can hold for the final shot. The shot comes quickly from 3. And that is a big-time make as Konate gets it done on the inside and now connects from long range.
Yeah, absolutely. Stade Malien finally find their first 3 points in the game.
And that last possession just won't go. And the drive-in from Silla is contested again. And it is Stade Malien who've done a lot of the hard work. They fought back to pick up this lead, and they lead by 7 points. It's 10-17 Stade Malien here at Dakar Arena. Back at Dakar Arena for the second quarter in this West African derby. Stade Malien, their lead increased to 18 points, Usher. There was a review on the 3-point shot from Mamadou Keita, and the correction was made. It was ruled a 3. So 18-10 the score, in case you just came back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the importance of the video review that we have here. It's 2023. We have technology, so that has to come in at some point, and it's great that we're using it here at the BAL.
Well, we have a reviewer of our own who's going to review what was happening at the timeout. Robbie Knock, I know that you were there courtside.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting to hear that Liz Mills is saying that they're doing whatever they want to do. They're playing the game, and we're allowing them to play what they want to do on the court. And that's making it really complicated for us, because we're now losing points.
Well, that is Ruben Chinyelo with his second connection inside, and they are doing what they want to do. If you have a look at the way that Chinyelo picks up his second field goal, and they continue to dominate inside.
Yeah, absolutely. The Nigerian teenager is having a great game so far. He comes in the place of Diarra just to keep them busy there and do the job on the offensive side, but also on defense.
Bile 2 points. 2014 the score. Amayo. Chinyelo Silla matched up against him. Chinyelo goes right at the chest of the defense and draws the foul. He's a tough cover. Ruben Chinyelo likes to play with his back to the basket, and it might prove a handful for Silla, who's just come in.
Yeah, Chinyelo has really been putting in a huge shift in this BAL-Sahara Conference. He's grown in leaps and bounds. He's listening to the elders, just getting so much of that experience, and really just getting in a lot of the work to give rest to Aliou Diarra and Suleiman Berthe, who are not on the court right now.
Stade Malien, basketball. The shot is well contested this time, blocked. As Konate can't find his way on the baseline, back the other way it is. Kra driving in, Kra can't get the finish. Or back pass back in. Struggles for ABC. Konate call for the travel.
Konate caught out, and Stade Malien look like they're rushing that ball and not really waiting and giving themselves a chance on the offensive side. But good defense there, of course, from Kone. He's everywhere. He's just trying to see how to get back that ball into the hands of the ABC fighters.
Kra, Ovana, Kone, Kra, into 3 defenders now. Hands out to Fofana. Obekwa with the little show and go. He tries to go reverse while guarded by Chinyelo. They do get it back with a fresh shot clock. Konate! Open in the corner. Knocks down a big 3.
It is his second three-pointer in this game from either side on the baseline. He's in perfect vision of the net. And that's just what he brings to this game for the ABC fighters.
On the other side, Bridgeforth on the miss, and he gets right in there. And the miss from Konate and Brian Bridgeforth picking up a rebound and a much-needed score. 6 second-chance points for Stade Malien. Contact as the other Konate tries to run across. Then they play, and there's a contact call. That's a first team foul for Stade Malien, and this one's the first one for Traore.
Just looking at both teams, you can see how hard they're playing on defense. There's so much going on, and you can see there's a technical foul that's been given by the referee Bernardo from Angola on Namakan Traore.
See if we can just pick up what happened with the ball. You have a look at Konate trying to get by, and the coverage comes. That foul was called first, and then there was an additional incident just after.
Yeah, Namakan Traore was claimed that he was pushed, and then he pushed Konate over, who went down onto the ground, of course. But really caught up in a little bit of madness there, to be honest with you.
It is intense. It's the derby game. There's lots to play for, lots of pride, and of course, ABC potentially can end up on top of the Sahara Conference if they win this game. There's still a lot of work, a lot of maths that could be done on the equation, but they put themselves in a favorable position. A win for Stade Malien puts them in good position to get a step closer to that road to Kigali as well.
Absolutely. Every possession counts, every decision counts, and the referees know that they have to make the right call. And we trust that they will make the right call. Obviously, they come into this tournament with so much experience. Stephanie Baxdale has been in the NBA G League, and she's the crew chief today as she discusses with Arnaud Moser and Bernardo.
Yeah, they had a review of that off-the-ball incident that you were talking about, Robbie, and whether they scale it up or just keep it as a common foul is the decision I think that they're going to make.
So it's a foul on number 2 and then a technical foul on number 2. It will be ABC fighters who get the ball on the sideline.
Picking up 2 quick ones there, Traore, and also 2 quick team fouls. So the free throw gets taken, and it will be side ball on the possession for the fighters. Konate quick to make the conversion, and they're back within 4.
Yeah, the ABC fighters know that they can use this situation to turn the game around. It's a 4-point game. They can close that gap before going back to play defense.
Just another delay as there's a wet spot on the floor. Konate just making sure that safety becomes first. And you know, Usher, when you have delays like that, it's the equivalent of a timeout. Teams can restructure, they can rebuild momentum, and they can refocus their offense. And coaches can utilize it in that way.
You talk about can, they actually did. You could see both of them just getting into those huddles with the players to change some tactics.
Bafana floats it up just inside around the key, and he loves to use that right-hand float, and it's a very effective shot for him.
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about a good 3 points that the ABC fighters have just gotten from that possession.
Traore goes class. He's not got it right on the defensive end, but it is flowing for him offensively, up to 7 points. The bank is open here at Dakar Arena.
Absolutely. You can now see why Coach Kabakante did not take him off. He maintained the trust in him, even though he was not doing so well on the defensive end.
Traore back the other way, another catch and finish. He gets up the floor in a hurry. Touchdown pass, lead back up to 7.
It is 9 points for Traore. He's in the mood and he's really delivering on both ends of the court for Stade Malien.
Obekpa, errant pass, throws it away wildly, looking for Bafana in the corner. And very difficult to explain how that goes, and Obekpa going to take a little break. Coach Lisbos might want to have a word.
Yeah, that's 2 passes that he's just thrown into no man's land, which is not his normal game, is it?
Not at all.
Well, absolutely, you're right, Robbie. Obekpa is really struggling with that injury, and you can see it in every movement. He's unable to get off the ground for those rebounds and attempts as well.
Amayo. Shot rattles off, comes over the backboard. Chance to potentially take them to a double-digit lead again. Stade Malien still keeping separation every time ABC want to get close. Kone. Each possession, big. Konate. Guarded by Konate. Kone. Drives in, tries to float it up, but rattles in and out. There's a battle for the rebound, secured into the hands of Traore. He's had the hard hand for Stade Malien. Amayo. Great cover defense by Kone, who comes across to get a hand on. Full commitment on that dive into the passing lane.
Absolutely, Kone playing very good defense there. He's trying to deny Stade Malien, who really look like they're getting into a rhythm of sorts. And there's been some changes on the court. That man, Aliou Diarra, back. He looks energized. Let's see if he can build on what Chinyelu was able to achieve, as well as Traore earlier.
Interesting phase in the game, especially for Stade Malien. They're 2 stars back on the floor. Amayo. Guarded by Aruna, steps back. Can't find it. This comes off. Robinson back in at the point guard for the fighters. Aruna. Extra pass for Fana is wide open. Rattles in and out. Control for Stade Malien. Diarra. Verte thought about the 3. Cross court, he finds Amayo. Inside to Diarra. That's great ball movement, and through the contact. Wonder if they're going to call the continuation on this, but that was great play by Stade Malien, and the contact is called. Continuation is given, so you can count the bucket and 1. Timeout called, and Stade Malien and Aliou Diarra on the rampage. It's a 9-point game here, and the Dakar Arena. It's a heated battle between Stade Malien and the ABC fighters. Derby, West African style, and so far it has been Stade Malien who've been doing all the hard running. We have a look at the stats.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at Namakan Traore, 9 points for Stade Malien, Chinyelo with 4, Diarra with 4, and Konate and Keita combining for 3 each. And on the other side, Stefan Konate, the veteran, with 7 points. But really, Q, it's been impressive to see that 18 of the 29 points scored by Stade Malien are from players coming off the bench. We've not seen so much of Aliou Diarra and Souleymane Berté, but the players off the bench have been impressive and they've been delivering the job. And the starters are back on court, Q.
It's definitely a big factor. The ball turned over by Haruna, and a chance here for Amayo. Tries to throw up to that man Diarra. Diarra's cleared out Kone. Called for the foul, and that handful, Diarra inside the paint with his 5 rebounds already. And while we have a chance, let's find out if Robbie could pick up anything out the timeout.
Very noisy over here, as you can imagine, but Souleymane Berté is a player that he wants to step up and make his entrance into this game tonight, because he hasn't been playing the 100%, you know, 5-star game that we expect him to, and Coach Caro very much emphasizing his importance tonight against the fighters.
Yeah, he's had a quiet one so far, but like you said, Asher, those 18 bench points, fantastic. And Diarra this time gets both free throws and takes his point tally up to 6.
Yeah, absolutely. And just talking about Aliou Diarra, you have to give credit to Coach Kabakante. He's just showing how deep his bench is, and that's what you need in a tournament like this one. As we go into the final day of action, the players have been playing immense and intense games, very close, and that sort of affects the players emotionally and physically. But how good will the bench players be today is something that we're already seeing Stade Malien benefiting from.
Well, foul call is Haruna, who's gone down. He's looking across, but he picks up a foul call. He's not happy about it at all. It's the 4th team foul, the 2nd one on Haruna. Into that double team. Just leans in a little bit, and Souleymane Berté goes to ground, trying to create some space on the pressure. And yeah, I know a lot of men feel the pain looking at that visual.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit unnecessary for Haruna to find himself in a double trap there from Stade Malien. He'll have to do a better job on the next possession.
The flow there is strong, well rebounded. Haruna, Konate, Robinson. Extra pass. Fofana, nice pass into the corner. Konate. Robinson wide open. Comes off the back iron. Strong rebound again by Diarra. Cleans up. Amayo drives in, goes glass, and gets 2.
It is good game reading there from Amayo, who looks into the paint, sees some space, makes no mistake in transition, and just continues to expand that double-digit lead for the Malian champions.
There's a lot happening on the floor here, but it's not happening offensively for the ABC fighters. They are struggling on the offensive end. The timeout is called here by Coach Liz Mills and the ABC fighters. It's a 13-point differential. We have 3:33 left, and it's hard for the fighters right now. They're being well guarded. We've seen a variety of presses thrown by Coach Kabakante, and the fighters just haven't had answer on the offensive end. Haruna's been quiet again.
Yeah, you talk about the ABC fighters struggling. You see that Stade Malien have scored 20 of their 33 points in the paint. It's something that the ABC fighters need to work on to see how to play defense, especially on transition. Amayo has been doing a great job. Traore earlier before that. And we're not even yet to see Souleymane Berté and Aliou Diarra getting charged in this fixture.
Nakaman Traore, he leads the way offensively. 9 points, and he's done it in a variety of ways. We got to see him out on transition, just getting ahead of that ABC defense, finishing. We saw him pick up a shot from the 3-point line wide open, and he's getting bigger, getting more into his offensive bag and showcasing more of his skills.
Yeah, you talk about him being great on transition. Alex Robinson Jr., Konate will have to do a better job on defense in transition, especially against the very first best Stade Malien players.
They need a score on this one. The fighters out of the timeout. Haruna Tries to drop off. It's Kone. Bafana calling for it. They don't see the shot clock. And that's less than ideal out of that one. Robbie, while we have a quick second, anything on your side?
Yeah, just a bit concerned, in fact. You know, there's certain players that Liz Mills is like pointing out. She's going, guys, you've really got to work together. You've got to make those passes, you've got to be patient. But you've also, in defense, be very, very tight in defense and just keep those guys out, keep them close, don't give them the time to shoot.
They've got to continue making adjustments, but that man, Aliou Diarra, since he's been back on the floor, has had a real presence in the paint, and he forces the third foul on Haruna. Pass comes inside from Chinyelo. He goes up and over. Contact drawn once again.
Well, talking about Haruna with 3 personal fouls, when you look at him and Aliou Diarra, it doesn't look like a mismatch, but it is a mismatch looking at the skills that Diarra brings into that paint. He's really been impressive in this tournament.
Diarra gets himself to the free throw line with a lot of regularity. He gets to the line 13 times a game, and he shoots it at 56%. I know that's an area that he'll want to improve on, but we're getting a look at it. He's just so active inside the paint, so he'll get to the free throw line a lot, and he gets 1 of 2, lead now up to 14.
Well, that's 3 for 7 for him on the line. He'll have to up that percentage going forward in this fixture.
5 of 9, they are just at 45%. There's the pass. In and out again, still can't find their touch. The ABC fighters, the other Diarra. Amayo, wide open. In front irons it. The chase down, everything going Malien's way. Great hustle work. Verte. Return, fire, and back iron. Chinyelo can't find it. Robinson now. Robinson kicks out, but errant pass comes back. Kone against Diarra. Rushed, great defense once again. Back the other way it is Amayo. Diarra.
It is great defense there from the ABC fighters. They're starting to deal with Stade Malien in a nice way.
And the shot goes up and in, but that man, Aliou Diarra.
Incredible from Diarra. He's starting now to wake up, and this is the look that we know. 9 points on the board for Aliou Diarra.
The lead at 16 points. Fighters still can't break the scoring run. Pass to the corner. The other Diarra. Drop off pass to Kone. Falls to the floor. It's given away. Another turnover. Stade Malien have numbers. Out. It comes. Keita controls for a second. On the drive, drives in and finishes. Beautiful play.
Diarra's in a bit of trouble here, and he's calling over to say that he can't continue. There's some injury there. He's gone down, as you can see.
Well, that might be some scary moments here for Coach Kabakante. Diarra giving them 9 points to go along with his 6 rebounds, and he goes to ground now. Scary moments.
It is indeed scary moments because Aliou Diarra had just really started warming up into this fixture. But let's look at the replay there. Looks like he fell by himself.
Well, he goes to ground because he knows that he needs attention, so the medical staff comes right across. So
it appears to be muscular. He went down, and you could feel that he was hobbling a little bit the moment that he raced back up court, and I think that there's a muscle strain of some kind. It's nothing ankle-wise, it's just I think it might be a upper leg hamstring.
Well, he's going to head right over and have that seen to it. Just gets bumped on that rebound, and then you see him holding, looks like his groin area, and that might be a definite concern. And finally a scoring break here for the ABC fighters. In between all of that drama, they're able to score 2.
Well, talking about drama, Wilkins is back on the court for Stade Malien, the Moroccan.
Wilkins knocks down 3 and wide open again. Talked about Wilkins. Wilkins comes in and hits a big 3.
Well, absolutely great finish there from Wilkins to extend that lead.
The lead now reaching proportions that will be scary for fans of the ABC fighters. It's up to 19, 38 seconds left in the second half. Stade Malien, fantastic work so far in this second quarter. The drive in from Diarra gets blocked, but Chinyelo was there. He picked up the foul and the contact.
Talking about Chinyelo, who's been doing great defensive work in that paint. And obviously in partnership with Wilkins, who's now on the court to replace Diarra.
Kone controls the board. 23-12 the score in this quarter. That drive and finish, beautiful work by Diarra.
Yeah, there's two Diarras in this game. It's a popular name in both these countries, in Cote d'Ivoire and Mali.
Ismail Diarra it is for the ABC Fighters, who gets two on the drive. Goes glass for the successful finish.
And he starts the drive nicely, sees some space and just drives to the basket. Makes that easy too, and keeps the ABC Fighters going in this game.
He hasn't seen a lot of time, Ismail Diarra. Only 1.6 minutes so far throughout this competition, and he'll relish the chance to be on the floor. There's another contact call, ABC Fighters in the penalty. So Wilkins now with his own chance at the free throw line. You can see Coach Liz Mills, just a little bit of frustration on the bench, telling her players to think through some of the processes. Wilkins.
Diarra has come back onto the bench, as you can see, just sat down, so a bit of treatment. Hopefully he's going to be fine. I doubt he'll come back on for the last few seconds, so we'll probably see him hopefully in the third quarter.
Thank you very much, Robbie. Hopefully we will. He's been pivotal for Stade Malien, and Wilkins was shooting 30% from the field. He gets that one to go. 13 seconds left in this one, in the second quarter. 25-43, Robinson. Konate, close out with some momentum. He hits the three, and finally some joy for the ABC Fighters as El Jefe makes a big three and a great find from Robinson in the corner. And Robinson eyes Konate. Konate, lethal from the three-point line. And maybe just a little bit of hope for the ABC Fighters, who've been trailing in this one. And of time here at the Dakar Arena, it's the ABC Fighters 28 points to Stade Malien's 43. Second half about to get underway because both the coaching staffs understand the importance of this one. It's not only about victory, but also just making sure they close out their campaigns in the Sahara Conference in style, but it will mean a lot to either one of these great clubs if you pick up a win in this one. You'll remember, of course, last year on the road to the BAL-Africa League, and Coach Kabakante spoke about it. They've seen each other twice, and ABC Fighters have picked up a win, and more importantly, they picked up a big win in the semifinals of the road to the BAL-Africa League. That's how they became Division West champions. You know, that'll be fresh in the mind of Coach Kabakante and Stade Malien as they hold on to this lead.
Yes, talking about Coach Kabakante, his counterpart on the other side, Les Mills, understands that it is a long journey. It's been incredible for them to come here and debut at the BAL, but no one cares about that if they don't qualify for the playoffs. So there's a lot of work to be done tonight against Stade Malien. They can turn things around. ABC Fighters, we know that they can fight. They've already defeated the BAL defending champions, US Monastir, and that sort of confidence is what she will evoke in this second half of this game.
It's 20 great minutes of Basketball Africa League action. It is Stade Malien basketball out of the timeout, or out of the halftime break, and Diarra, Berthe, Amayo, Keita, and Chinyelo start out for Coach Kabakante. Obekpa, the ball is touched by Diarra. They get it back on the steal. Mamadou Keita shoots and hits from the baseline. Nice way to start out.
Mamadou Keita, always perfect from the three-point line. He just gives himself great energy, good positioning, good eyes with vision on that basket. And he did not leave Konate with so many options on defense there as he drowns that three, which will be very helpful for Stade Malien.
Only his second field goal. The first one was, of course, in the first half, and it was a three as well. Aruna. Konate, who leads the way offensively for the Fighters. He misses that shot. It's picked up and cleaned up by Calvin Amayo. Amayo drops off to Keita. Keita. Diarra skies, and it just tickles off the twine. Comes off the rim. Fofana is left wide open. Comes off the rim as he can't find his touch from the three-point line.
It just got some information. I'm looking at Chris Obekpa. He's in trouble. He's not moving very well. He's not jumping. He's really got a problem. When I addressed that and had a little chat with him just in the second quarter, he was basically saying sort of, yeah, I'm in quite a lot of pain. And there it is. There's the change.
Well, he's been trying to fight through that ankle injury, and now just being given a break. And I'm not sure if we'll see him again. Thank you very much, Robbie. Hand on, Diarra. In comes Julie Bille. They need an offensive spark. They need to find someone who can help give them just a little bit more on the offensive end, the fighters.
Yeah, talking about that, Bille was able to do that yesterday against the Kwara Falcons. Can he do it again tonight? He's on the floor. He's been given the assignment. Let's see if he can deliver.
Chinyelo, great block on Haruna. Very great defensive sequence for Stade Malien as they control the possession. Ball thrown up. Berthe can't quite get it. There was a timely touch by Fofana to get that just out of the hands of the ever-lurking Berthe in the air.
Looking at Bille, we're talking about his offensive side, but on defense, he has his work cut out against that man, Aliou Diarra. And looking at the replay, Aliou Diarra gets the rebound, but Bille's arm sort of gets tangled in there, and it's a foul called on Bille.
I think they call it climbing ivy.
I've never quite heard that term utilized in that way, Robbie.
I've never used it before, Q.
Well, Stade Malien and Suleiman Berthe. Berthe fires a three. Nothing but net on that one. Just a little bit of separation by Konate, and Suleiman Berthe laces in from the three-point line.
Berthe introducing himself there from the three-point line. 5 points for him. It's a rare occurrence that we've seen him with such a low score going into the third quarter, but looks like he's building momentum with that one.
Keita through the contact, floats up and over, and coming straight out of the halftime, it's Stade Malien who have all of the offensive prowess as they build on their lead. 28-51 the score. It's a timeout, 7:51 left here. All out of the timeout, and it's early timeout for Coach Liz Mills as Stade Malien are out hustling and outplaying ABC fighters in every facet of the game so far as they hold on to a 51-28 lead. The ball is taken away again. 5 Stade Malien players on the break. Berthe picks up the rebound, he throws away. Haruna in transition, he's wide open, he shorts the three. Robinson chases down the loose ball. Now Robinson kicks back out. Haruna, extra pass. The fighters want something on this possession. There's a contact call. With that early timeout, Robbie, there must have been some tension on the benches on either side.
Tension? Come on, Q. Of course there's tension. No, just teasing. Yeah, a lot of tension, but also they've basically just scrapped the zonal defense because it's not working. For Liz Mills, it just said, let's just move on from that. That is just, it's not happening for us.
We'll see if the adjustments work out. It's Robinson Jr., Haruna, Fofana, Konate, and Bille, who are the 5 chosen for Coach Liz Mills. Chinyelo, that's his 8th rebound.
Incredible from Chinyelo, the work that he's been able to do on the defensive end just to make sure that Stade Malien get back that ball.
Diarra back irons. Robinson Jr. back the other way. Konate, Haruna still struggling from the three-point line. They do get the rebound back into Haruna. Konate has had the hard hand. It's almost blocked, and the ball, I believe, is the goaltend as the ball is on its downward path. Let's see if we have another look. There's Konate who floats up and Looked like it was on its way down.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
2 points, much needed too, for the fighters. Then he plays 51.
They're very interesting how the ABC fighters continue to fight. They've upped their body language and they're looking like a team that wants to win this game. They're playing hard on defense. You can see with that steal from Konate.
Robinson, Bile puts it on the floor and Chinyelo gets right into his path. The ball is thrown away by Bile, loses control of it. It's Bertek. Nice drop-off pass into Diarra, and Fofana was right in the thick of things, and Diarra turned into it. Fortunately for Fofana, he gets called for the foul.
Well, that's going to be an interesting matchup in the paint between Ahly Diarra and Fofana. But Fofana, the minute he puts his hand down, it's definitely going to be ruled as a foul as Ahly Diarra heads to the charity line, misses his first attempt.
Chance to be the first Malien player in double figures if he gets any one of these two here. 3 of 7 from that free throw line, Ahly Diarra. There might have been some scary moments for Coach Kabakante because of the engine that he is inside the paint. He's a workhorse. He just picks up rebounds. It's his footwork and just his all-around desire as he gets 1 of 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Diarra gets into the double figures, the fastest Malien player to do so. But really the spread out of the points, 10 players have scored for Stade Malien. So it's not just about Diarra and Suleiman Berté.
Wow, it is Aruna manipulating with his left hand. Fantastic left hand layup under pressure.
6 points for the man from Niamey in Niger.
Diarra finishes. Bile was caught right behind him and is going to count the basket and one. That is great work. First, it's the positional play that he gets inside to get in front of the defense, and then just a little look as he gets around the defender, gets the score.
Well, Ahly Diarra is the man to look out for the ABC fighters. He picked a foul earlier on Fofana and now on Bile, and he's been substituted, the South Sudanese. But the question still remains, how do you stop a man like Ahly Diarra?
Like I say, no team has quite figured it out. 13 points it is now as he converts the three-point play. Konate, out of control. Contact call. Diarra comes in. I think he picks up the contact foul.
I think the only way you can actually stop him is by tying his shoelaces together.
Someone needs to sneak into the paint there and
I'm not quick enough. I'm sure I'm not
Hopefully
quick enough.
it's not you, Robbie. We have our eyes on you. Well, talking about stopping that man, Ahly Diarra, it could be the question that Stefan Konate is trying to answer, attacking the paint and going towards Ahly Diarra so that he piles up his fouls and perhaps fouls out. But looking at the numbers, 13 points and 4 rebounds for the Ivorian legend, Stefan Konate.
He's been shining light on the side of the ABC fighters on the offensive end. They need a couple of stops if they want to be competitive in this one. Bertek, guarded by Aruna. Keita pulls. In and out it goes, and there's going to be an offensive foul call. Now Diarra unhappy as he tried to wrestle that offensive rebound in. It was heavy for contest between the two players, but Diarra picks up his 3rd foul.
So your quiz of the day is, what does Bamako mean in the local language, Bambara?
I'm going to have to bow out of this one. Not sure you have any idea.
Well, he'll ask the question and answer it himself.
I'll tell you after this.
Fofana, back iron. It's a big time rebound by Mamadou Keita. Bertek, Diarra. Robinson did fantastic work to make sure that they control and contest. Konate, Robinson steps into 3. Fratayo.
And it's a good rebound there from Diarra to just maintain his confidence in this game.
Suleiman Berté, 4-3. Well, left wide open. Berté gets his name on the score sheet again as he gets up to 8 points. Haruna with a quick fire return. And Robbie, I guess you're going to let us know.
You need to know now, right? Everybody needs to know. In the Bambara language, Bamako actually means crocodile tail or crocodile river. And of course, the city seal, Bamako, 3 crocodiles. And on the jerseys and on the tops of the Stade Malien team, you've got 3 crocodiles.
Wow.
There you go.
Fantastic bit of information. I definitely would have not gotten that correct.
And they're snapping away today.
They certainly are. Chinyelo called for the travel. 34-58. It's starting to get away from Coach Liz Mills and the ABC fighters. Ali Diarra has put in a lot of hard work as he goes to the bench.
You see Robinson Jr. on 4 fouls.
And talking about Ali Diarra on the bench, you just get the feeling that the substitution with Wilkins coming up on the court will give them more defensive cover.
Drive in from Keita, who gets good to the easy way, finding space inside the paint.
You can scrap that bit of information I just said. Just forget about me for a moment, okay?
Now Mamadou Keita with 10 points there for him, and just getting into the double figures for
Berthe
Mamadou Keita.
fires from deep. Long rebound comes up again. 3:18 left. Fighters looking for answers. Konate. Konate in the corner. 3 ball falls again. Nice work by Konate, who's been the lone standout offensive player, up to 17 now.
Absolutely. That's his 4th three-pointer tonight, Stefan Konate. Beautiful finish from the best line to just keep the ABC fighters in this fixture.
37 play 60 is a 23-point difference. Konate driving baseline, trying to make the pass and drop off the corner. It's well read. Ball is stolen. Suleiman Berthe.
It's good defense there from Berthe. He may not be scoring so much on offense, but his defense has been very key for Stade Malien in the paint.
Drive around Keita, and there's a foul for Wilkins, the guilty party, as he gets called for moving screen.
He doesn't even contest it, Wilkins. He knows that he was in the wrong. He moved his elbow and just kills it for Makan Keita, who was clear on that layup.
Well, it's going to have to be a timeout called here on the floor. The Stade Malien team has been fantastic. They continue to just frustrate what's happening on the floor. And Coach Kabakante has had answers for every one of the questions thrown at him by the ABC fighters. You look at what the stats look like, and the standout offensive player for the fighters, Stefan Konate, 5 of 8 from the field. He's also picked up 6 rebounds. On the other side, Damian Aliou Diarra, it's not been great from the field, 44%, but 7 rebounds and 2 assists, and Mamadou Keita, the other player, in double digits.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 points for Mamadou Keita and 3 assists. He's been sharing that ball. Suleiman Berthe with 8 points, 3 assists, but really there's a lot of work to be done. And looking at that man, Namakan Traore, coming off the bench to add those 9 points, very crucial for them in that second quarter without Aliou Diarra, just giving them some fine form and opening up that double-digit lead earlier in the game that they've held on to firmly in this third quarter.
When the ABC fighters have picked up wins, that name Haruna has featured prominently. Right now, the last couple of games has struggled on the offensive end. Only 9 points, well, only 7 points for Haruna, and he's got to pick up his play. And they're probably going to look to him a little bit later in this one if he gets back on the floor.
Yeah, talking about Haruna, we'll see there's a miscommunication there between Kra and Kone. They'll try to play defense to make up for that.
Keita. Berthe drives right into the chest of Diarra, goes over, and it's picked up by Kra. They have numbers on the break. Drop off. Ismail Diarra on the other side with 2 easy points.
Well, Stade Malien coach slipping there on that transitional defense. Wilkins trying to do all the work alone, but it was 3 against 1, and the ABC fighters will celebrate those 2 points.
High pressure on the ball now for the fighters. Wilkins called for the travel. There's an increase in intensity just out of that timeout here, as the fighters want to close out this third quarter just a little bit better.
Stade Malien will have to remain focused. A bit sloppy there from Wilkins on that possession for that walk, and you can see the frustration on the face of Coach Kabakante. He knows it's not over. The fighters from Cote d'Ivoire are really fighters.
Yeah, just in that last timeout, Coach Kante just basically saying, you're making it too easy for them. You're making it too easy. You've really got to stick to that game and not sit back and think that, you know, it's all over just because you got a 20-point lead.
And 20 points can evaporate really quickly in the Basketball Africa League. Travel called hard. The attempted shot from Kone. And just as the fighters keep coming back, small little errors creep into their game. It's Stade Malien basketball. Keita. Pick and roll with Bridgeford. Mamadou Keita. Wilkins open. Wilkins for three. The rebound is picked up by Keita on the miss. And again, it is Stade Malien. Right place, right time. And they pick up another big rebound. It's just slightly edging the fighters in the rebounding battle, 33-30.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a 21-point game, but you just get the feeling that Stade Malien have to use every possession as positive as they can, and that explains how important it was for Mamadou Keita to pick that rebound.
Makan Keita tried to float that up for Bridgeford. The timing was off. Ishmael Diarra drives, tried to go glass. It's tapped in well by Musa Kone.
Kone will be very pleased with that finish. He came up against Wilkins and beat him on that rebound to make it 2 points.
Wilkins will fire another three, and he connects from it long range, pulls out the bow and arrow because he's locked in.
Absolutely, his second three-pointer in this game. Timely for the Malian champions.
Just pushing off that run for Fana. Left block. Great play by Bridgeford. Back the other way. Amayo, left-handed finish, falls. What a great sequence for Stade Malien.
Wow, incredible transition there for Stade Malien. Very walk to pick up those points.
The last shot comes in from Ankone, but it will not fall. And it has been all Stade Malien. I guess emphasized by that last defensive play we saw from Bridgeford. The kick out to Wilkins. Hits the three. Nothing but net. It's been bow and arrow. Lays it in for Stade Malien as they continue to dominate this one. The West African Derby is being led by Stade Malien. It's 41-65, the Dakar Arena. Fourth quarter action about to get underway with 41-65 the score. APC fighters have only led for 5 minutes in this one. We have a look at the game summary.
Yeah, looking at Stade Malien leading on those assists, 19 of them as compared to ABC fighters. They've been moving that ball around, and that explains why 10 of the 12 players have actually gotten on the scoring board for the Malian champions. But 8 for 18 behind the arc for Stade Malien and 4 for 19 for the Abidjan Basketball Club.
Well, if you were doing the scouting report, you thought Stade Malien can't shoot the three. They've shown different nice work. And the drive-in Ulrich Krat to open up the scoring in this fourth quarter.
That's a great reaction there from Krat to come into the fourth quarter with good energy. 2 points just to give them that confidence that they need going into the last period of the game.
Well, Robbie, I know that there must have been a lot of talk on the bench, and we'll just see if we can find out a little bit as we have a look at that highlight. Just to close out the third quarter, it was the defensive play from Brian Bridgeford, the timing on the block and the possession kept alive. Quick turnaround on the other end for the score.
Yeah, lovely fast break there. It's all about being patient when you're playing your offensive game, but when it comes to the defense, you've got to be tighter. That's what she was saying. Tighter with the rebounds. Get those rebounds. Make possession theirs.
Well, they turn the ball over. Thank you very much, Robbie. Now it is Stade Malien again. 22-point game. Keita. Dakar. Strong rebound by Trudier Bille, and there's contact, and he's holding his face as the Looked like the defense is running back, picking up the contact.
Yeah, you have to give credit to the Stade Malien defense, but just looking at that play there, it's been called as a replay.
So
we hope that Billet is fine, Q.
Yeah, just again, they will always assess just the contact and try to see if there is either a common foul or if they need to scale it up to unsportsmanlike. Referee Stephanie Barksdale's their quick handout from Wilkins as he acknowledges the infringement as he tried to make the call.
Yeah, looking at Stade Malien, they've been very aggressive on defense. They don't want to give the ABC fighters any hope of winning this game. They want to bring the game to them on both sides of the court as we wait for Stephanie Barksdale and Antonio Bernardo to look at that replay.
I don't think they'll pick up or upscale anything on that. It was completely unintentional. The intent was to try and dispossess the ball, and you can do that sometimes. You're just running back, try to see if you can get a quick steal. And the unfortunate recipient of the hand to the face is Chudier Bila, but he also seems to be okay. Both referees, they're just taking their time to make sure they get the call correct.
Yeah, talking about Bridgeforth on the court to sort of give Stade Malien options in the paint. With that block we saw earlier, that's what he adds to this Stade Malien side, especially in the absence of Aliou Diarra and Suleiman Berthe, who are on the bench.
Yeah, Brian Bridgeforth, Washington Adventist College, and they scale up the call. You see the signal there from referee Stephanie Barksdale, and it is Bridgeforth who gets called on it. No, it is Wilkins who picks up the foul, and it was just the running back, and you just saw it in that replay. He put out his arm, and he just picked up. Just have a look, just that little quick handout from Wilkins, and you see his hand go up as he runs away, and that's where the foul came in.
It's actually a good call from the referee trio, and Billet makes no mistake on the other side of the court just to keep the Ivorian champions in this one. There's a lot of basketball to be played. It's 9 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was called it's called the Cobra move. We don't like that.
You know, we don't like Cobras on the court.
It's the sound that it made.
The drive in and the shot goes up and over. Ball is now taken away by Koenig. Drive in again. This time Ismail Diarra into the contact. Makan Keita looking at the refs, but he's the guilty party. 44-64 the score. Ismail Diarra has been good for the fighters. They've had to look for different options. You see him just in the paint there, joining the contact.
Yeah, Diarra just making sure that Aliou Diarra is not the only Diarra making headlines today. He will make his contribution in this game. And obviously going on to the charity line from that attack at the basket. He did not give Mamadou Keita so many options on defense.
We haven't seen too much from Diarra. It's that very limited time for the fighters. Like I said, only averaging 1.6 minutes, but he averaged 6 points and about 4 rebounds in the road to the BAL-Africa League competition. Converts. And Chudier Bila to the bench. It's back under 20 points. Amayo. Drive on the baseline. The extra pass. Wilkins likes that spot. Wilkins steps in. Nothing but net.
It is a sweet jumper there from Wilkins. He just sort of draws in the defense and they give him space and boom.
Nice and under control. Wilkins on that possession and not under control. Ismail Diarra loses his footing and it's a turnover for the fighters. And you heard Robbie talk about the call from Coach Liz Mills to be under control on the offensive end. Diarra gets into a position where the defense closes in on him. He loses his footing. and the turnover comes. Apologetic as he heads to the bench. Now some changes. Again, Haruna Robinson back in. I think this is the last throw of the dice for the fighters in this one.
Absolutely, Q. It is time for business. The ABC fighters know that they have a mountain to climb. They can still fight and crawl back into this game, but they'll have to play good defense, get that ball from Stade Malien.
Kiara up and in. Great work through the contact.
Great finish there from Liu Diarra, who has his eyes on the board, and easy basket under the hoop.
Konate round the two screens. Konate baseline. Haruna is open. Haruna hits. Finally finding his touch from just outside the perimeter. It might be signs that Haruna's back in this one.
Absolutely, 1 for 7. Finally finds his shooting range. Haruna.
Bridgeforth against Fofana. Bridgeforth turns, fires, and it's an easy 2. Nice back to the basket move.
Every time the ABC fighters feel like they're getting the momentum on the offensive side, Stade Malien go over there, relax, sharing the ball, and score, and just keep extending that lead.
They sure do. And then Konate, with the hop step and hesitation dribble, draws the foul from Brian Bridgeforth. That's going to be another team foul. It's a tough cover. Konate trying to get around the big body. Brian Bridgeforth picks up his second, its third team foul.
That is the experience that Konate brings into this ABC fighters side.
Robinson doesn't fall. The rebound is cleaned up by Suleiman Verde. Well contested they were. The ball is thrown up ahead. Amayo trying to find the athletic Diarra. There was some contact as he heads to the ground. A nice moment of sportsmanship as Fofana just gets him up off the floor.
And you can see the frustration on Kaba Kante's face and saying, why? Why are you doing that, Amayo? And Amayo obviously has no answers. I guess it happens in a basketball game sometimes that a player switches off, but he'll have to switch back on as he's playing defense on Robinson Jr.
But if you look at the body language of Coach Kaba, it's always like that. You know, he's into it completely. He's never happy until the final buzzer and he's got the win.
No coach should be happy until the final buzzer. It's all about the business. And there's the foul called Brian Bridgeforth. He picks up his third. It's a 4th team foul. This might be a big factor. It could allow the ABC fighters back in. This substitution is forced as Chinyelo comes back in. Bridgeforth has to go to the bench.
Yeah, absolutely, with the Stade Malien side in the penalty. But ABC are shooting 63% on the free throw line. Not really good enough by their own standards, but let's see.
Well, fine out. Front iron is cleaned up by Mamadou Keita. Controlling possessions well. Stade Malien drop or pass. There's Amayo. Amayo! Nice find by Verte as Amayo is able to manipulate that one up and in for 2 more.
That's a big finish there from Amayo to maintain pressure on the ABC fighters, especially in the paint. Just to keep asking ABC those questions.
Haruna. Starting to get noisy in the state. Haruna. Contact. That will be the 5th team foul now for Stade Malien. It's something that the ABC fighters will continue to work. This is a veteran team with the chance to stop the game clock and make some inroads into the lead. They'll continue to try and find ways to get those calls from the referees.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great game reading there from Haruna, who's become one of the popular faces in the BAL. Played for AS Saleh last season of Morocco. Made it to the playoffs in Kigali. Is desperate to get back to the playoffs. And let's see if he can lead that charge for the ABC fighters.
He played his college basketball for the Miami Redhawks. Haruna, his reputation is built as a scorer, and he has struggled in the last 2. Gets that free throw to fall. 1 of 7 it is from 3-point line drive in. Chinyelo, the finish by both players just does not go, but it's knocked away. Contact. Konate picks up a foul.
It is his second foul. Stefan Konate the most decorated player in this tournament, 18 league titles in Cote d'Ivoire, just trying to do everything and anything to help his side win, but that is a foul.
Clear as daylight. Still 22 points, the difference. Solomon Berthe, comfortable, easy, just getting by the defense.
Knowing Berthe, he could have dunked that one, but I think he just thought about the reaction on the coach's face and said, no, I'm just going for the easy two, as long as it gives his side the 2 points.
Aruna was wide open, he couldn't make the shot. Now with his Stade Malien back the other way, it's still Stade Malien. Berthe, open in the corner. The shot comes in from Traore, no good. Kone. Konate. Cross-course pass. Aruna, elbow shot, falls. That's a rhythm jump shot. It's his spot, it's his area. Aruna.
It is a beautiful finish there from Haruna. Bits Aliou Diarra, leaves him on the ground and downs that two-pointer.
Giniello. Contact call, not so smart here by Stade Malien. They've got to recognize the situation. He has 50-50 ball. And Giniello knocks the ball away and then comes and commits the foul. And so timeout called on the floor, 53-75. There's still 4:49 left in this one. .375 has been all Stade Malien pretty much from the first quarter. And 4 players in double figures for Stade Malien. It's Keita, Diarra, Wilkins alongside Berthe, who have done some great work on the offensive end. Only 2 players in double figures for the ABC Fighters. Haruna quietly compiled 13 points, which has been frustrating for him largely, and led by El Jefe, Steph Konate.
Yeah, obviously talking about Haruna and Konate, they're the players that we expect to see from this ABC Fighters side, fighting and giving everything. But obviously Mike Fofana, one of the other faces that have done well so far in this tournament.
The strategy going to be crucial here in the final 4 minutes. Robbie, could you pick up anything strategic? And Diarra throws up, and that lob threat. Aliou Diarra finishes fantastically in the paint.
Absolute great combination there from Diarra and Amayo. He's literally given him an opportunity to finish there. Good eyes. He tried to do it earlier. It didn't work out, and now it worked out. I'm sure Coach Kabakante is very happy.
Well, that connection is something sublime between Diarra and Berthe. The ball gets thrown up. Fofana fires as the shot clock comes down, and now Giniello controls for a second. And Robbie, I think we'll take this time real quickly as the foul is called, just to see what was happening on the bench.
Coach Kaba said, is there any chance you could produce some of those poster dunks, Mr. Diarra? No, seriously, it was really about, you know, play the game that we've been playing since the very start, keep that aggressive play right through the offensive game and in the defensive game. Let's pass the ball, let's keep cool, and let's get those shots in, and let's stay ahead and keep control.
Beautiful play, and they've kept control nonetheless. Stade Malien, they have had answers every time there were questions, and that answer right there we saw from Amayo to Diarra. Diarra again standing out offensively for the Stade Malien team.
Really incredible performance there from Aliou Diarra. He came into the tournament saying that it has been a dream of his to play at the stage. He's showcased absolute class on both ends of the court, and today's just another day.
My goodness, Giniello elevates and detonates inside the paint.
Absolutely incredible finish there from Giniello off the ground. Just a lot of space, and it makes no mistake, Giniello, the Nigerian teenager. And you can see the celebrations from his NBA Africa Academy teammates.
That was a thunderous dunk from Ruben Giniello. Drive in, Amayo was cleared away by Fofana. It's now picking up the intensity on both ends of the floor. Konate calls for the screen. It's tapped away. Amayo ahead of the play. Little body into Aruna, finishes with the left hand.
And looking at Amayo, he will not make the same mistake twice. this time he used his body to protect the ball and up in the air. 2 points just to maintain that lead for the Malian champions.
They have kept this lead at just around that 20-point margin. Haruna tries to manipulate a shot, try to go reverse on the right hand, and that, I think, captures his afternoon and his evening.
Absolutely. Haruna, he's had to do all the work, but that man, Chinyelu, incredible performance from a player of the NBA Africa Academy. You can see that he's been amazing on both sides of the court. 7.8 rebounds average in the Sahara Conference, which is the highest by a substitute player coming off the bench.
Well, he'll have some experience, played for Ferroviario de Beira in the first year of the Elevate program. Block comes, Diarra is again right there inside the paint to pick up any loose balls. And on that miss, draws the contact. Now, the call coming from his brother, Berte, saying it should be upscaled to an unsportsmanlike foul, but just have a look there. It's Haruna blocking the arm of Diarra.
Okay, we talked about that being a mismatch between Aliou Diarra and Haruna in that paint, not in terms of size, but in terms of the positioning that they play. Diarra knows his way around that paint, and you can see that now Haruna with 4 fouls. That's danger for the Ivorian champions as Diarra converts on the free throw line.
It's important because in the state of this game, Usher, the difference, the point difference matters. There's Chinyelu, gets the bucket, counted, and one. Big time play by Ruben Chinyelu.
You can see what that means for him. Chinyelu has been working so much on defense and now finally getting rewarded on the offensive side with that put back. And incredible. He'll be celebrating that one, and it will definitely make the highlight reel on Instagram.
He leads the way with 11 rebounds for the Stade Malien team today. Chinyelu, it does not go. 27-point difference. Wow. 3 ball from Ulrich Krah. Another rebound for Chinyelu. 3 minutes left. The touch pass just doesn't go to hand for Diarra. Can't hold it. Quick pass.
Well, you gotta give it to the Malian champions, just asserting themselves here tonight against the ABC Fighters. Both teams playing at the BAL for the very first time, but the experience that they've built up from their earlier 4 games, just building up to this game, is just impressive. And to see how Stade Malien have grown in leaps and bounds, you have to thank that man Kabakante.
This will have an impact on seedings for sure, and what that will mean computationally will all be cleared up towards the end of this. There is Aliou Diarra. Shot from Amayo is rebounded by Robinson. 2:36 now. Robinson goes behind the back. Robinson hits one. Much needed score finally for the Fighters who've been flat throughout this. Must be said, they've been dominated by the Stade Malien team. 31% from the field. Shows you how hard it's been for them, and out of bounds. Sulaiman Berde tries to chase down the loose ball.
It is actually good defense there from Ulrich Krah, who's trying to stop Sulaiman Berde, gets the ball, and it is possession for the ABC Fighters. It's 2 minutes to play. I mean, stranger things have happened in basketball, Q, but do you see a comeback here?
I just think they need to make inroads into the lead. They have to be very aware of the situation in terms of games. Corner 3. Quick make. Ulrich Krah open. Finally finds some touch. Nice pass from Robinson.
Absolutely. 6 for 26 for the ABC Fighters from behind the arc. Like you say, they have to mind the difference in terms of points as this game comes to an end.
Haruna off the steal. His layup goes right up and over the rim. It's thrown ahead by Chinyelu. Now Amayo back to Diarra! Showtime for the Malien champions.
Well, honestly, you'll have to say that Stade Malien are showing off Diarra and Amayo. They've mastered the art under the paint in that regard. And you can just see the energy that Diarra uses to finish easily and saying, we deserve the limelight here.
A beautiful find. Amayo feeds Diarra, who knows that the elevator only goes to the top floor, and he comes down with a thunderous jam.
Absolutely amazing performance there from Stade Malien. You can see the reaction on their faces. They're confident. They started this Sahara Conference on a slow note, but they've built momentum going into this fixture. But if you're Coach Liz Mills, what are you telling your players at this point, Q?
Well, I think what you're telling your players is make sure we finish strong. We've got to try and make some inroads into the scoreline. We've got to try and speed up their possessions. One thing we have done is get them into foul trouble. So what we've got to do is see if we can't, just get this back under 20 first and then see where we go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the statistics, Stade Malien have scored 50 of their 86 points in the paint as compared to 18 for ABC. That right there is a huge game decider in this West African derby. But what a performance from Kabekante's side. 32 points from the bench. Amazing. Perhaps if there was another game to go in this Sahara Conference, Coach Kabakante will change his starting 5Q.
Well, with this loss, it will mean that US Monastir go first in terms of the Sahara Conference should they win that game. And it's a big ramifications here. The shot comes in for Fana. Quick three.
Absolutely great finish there from Mike Fofana. He's been amazing from behind the arc. It is indeed his first on the night, 1 of 5.
Timeout called now. And they keep making sure that, I think both coaches very aware of the ramifications and the calculations that come into this. Stade Malien will want to continue to build on this 20-point lead. The ABC fighters are going to come out and try and get their scores as well. We're just watching some really fascinating basketball on both ends. And let's see if the stats can tell us anything.
Yeah, starting with that man, Aliou Diarra, 20 points, 9 rebounds. It's 1 rebound short of a double-double on the night. John Wilkins, 12 points, 3 rebounds. And obviously, Suleiman Bert has not been perfect as we've known him on the offensive, but 10 points, 6 assists. He's been amazing on that front. But on the other side, the ABC fighters, Stefan Konate, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 15 for Haruna. He's been trying to push and shove on the other side, but it's been a tough night for the ABC fighters.
It has been a tough night, and just in terms of the whole picture and holistically where this is, we can't pinpoint everything exactly because we need to understand what happens in the next game with US Monastir and AS1, and then that will give a holistic picture of the Sahara Conference. What it will do is make sure that the ABC fighters will not end up top of the group. We can say that, but for the larger part, they still need to make sure that they score. They've only got a plus 18 goal difference in terms of the cumulative score, so that's why this margin is so important.
Well, you talk about plus 18. There's a team that is definitely following proceedings here, the Rwanda Energy Group. They also have 3 wins and 2 losses. They're on their way to Kigali, but when they land, they'll be hoping that things are in their favor here from the Dakar arena.
They certainly will be.
Yeah, Q, just one thing. John Wilkins just talking about, he's really a great leader. When he's talking to the guys, he is basically stirring it up and saying, guys, this is brilliant. This is fantastic what we're doing. Let's score more points. Let's try and raise the bar because points are going to be so vital, just as you mentioned. And there's still 1:16 left on the clock, and they want more. They want to win by 30, he said.
Well, if they're able to do that, it will certainly put them in a great position. Stade Malien 3-2, that record they will end up with in this Sahara Conference, and this is a revenge win for them after going down in the semifinals of the Road to the Basketball Africa League. It's a bigger win for them because it's in the Basketball Africa League in the Sahara Conference. With 107 left, there's still just little narratives that we need to pay attention to, Asha Komagisha.
Yeah, absolutely. It is an interesting night here in the Sahara Conference.
Diarra. Covered well by the other Diarra, Ismail Diarra. Is value in each possession. Diarra. Ismail Diarra taps away. Diarra goes up, and Chinyelo right there, the contest. Ismail Diarra hasn't got enough from that miss, but that was really great defensive work again. Chinyelo has been outstanding for Stade Malien.
Yeah, you talk about Chinyelo, but a bit careless there from Diarra. He could have easily gone for a layup, and it could have counted at this point.
Well, I think he did try and get the dunk. That was well timed by Chinyelo. That is tough to score on that man coming on the chase down block. Chinyelo turns in. Chinyelo to the left hand hook. It doesn't go. It's kept alive. Haruna bumps into referee Stephanie Barksdale, and she maintains a balance, and so the ball gets.
Well, both of them are feet. You can see that Stephanie Barksdale is very fit. And she has a smile on her face there. She's at the replay. I think Haruna was thinking, I shouldn't be in trouble. I already have 4 personal fouls.
That's definitely on his mind. Short jumper. Rebound again. Another one. They want to take as much time off the clock. There comes the long-range shot from Amayo. Diarra Ismail manages to pick up that one. 27.5 seconds left, and I think the 20-point threshold is really important here for the ABC fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the replay there, both sets of players still fighting for everything available. It's 4 personal fouls for that man, Aliou Diarra, but he'll be very pleased with his performance on the other side. 20 points in the game. Incredible.
Well, it has been great performance by this team. Stade Malien, who of course came into this one with a 2-2 record, and they will improve to 3-2. That we know for sure. What the actual calculations are, we will have to wait and see, because there's still another game to come a little bit later. And here is the performance of that man, Aliou Diarra. 20 points on 47% shooting. He's got 5 steals on the defensive end, and the 2 assists. He has been fantastic.
He's been fantastic. He's been consistent. He's been the man to go to for Stade Malien. And this is really impressive for a player that is featuring here at the BAL for the very first time. Aliou Diarra, incredible. 9 rebounds. It's just 1 rebound shot of a double-double on a night that could be very historic for the Malian champions.
It will be historic for him, historic for the Malian champions. The most important part of the equation is win first.
Yeah, that's right. They need to win, get themselves into the bracket that has 3 victories so that they can figure out who finishes where in this Sahara Conference.
They're kind of celebrating, but they're not, as you can understand, because they know that they've won, but at the same time, they don't know. Sorry about it. There's a little bit of a honking horn behind me. That comes from South Africa, doesn't it, Q?
It does.
It's yeah, they really understand that it's a win, but they're not qualified 100% yet.
Touched in again from that man, Aliou Diarra. 1968. Kra in the corner. Hits another 3.
That's a beautiful finish from Kra. I mean, where has he been keeping his 3-pointers, Ulrich Kra?
71-90. Amayo drives in, doesn't get the finish, but Stade Malien come away winners in this one. They were great from the first quarter until the 4th. Asher Komogisha, we have a look, and that's probably the icing on the cake, the exclamation mark. The perfect performance from Aliou Diarra, who was the standout once again inside the paint, and he looks fatigued. He's left everything on the floor. They picked up the big win. They dominate this West African derby.
Absolutely great performance there from Aliou Diarra. He's been amazing, he's been consistent, and really this is going to be celebration across Bamako, the Malian capital, and obviously looking at how aggressive they've been, the Malian champions. We talked about their impact in the paint, 52 of their 90 points in there. They also tried to maintain that double-digit lead, did not give space to the ABC fighters who kept knocking on that door. And you can see what it means for them, the celebrations. Traore, Chinyelu, wow.
3 teams now with the record of 3-2 in the Sahara Conference as it currently stands. And we still have one more exciting game to go. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's for sure, it gives the importance to it. Let's have a look at those stats really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at Aliou Diarra, finally gets the double-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds. John Wilkins, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 19 for Konate, 8 rebounds, but not enough to help the ABC fighters.
Wilkins is courtside now with the team interview.
Dans la course pour les playoffs, quel match vous avez fait, quelle performance incroyable.
C'est vraiment un grand match d'équipe. Franchement, le mot d'ordre, c'était orgueil. On a dit stop à cette équipe d'ABC qui nous ont arrêtés au Niger, en Côte d'Ivoire. Et aujourd'hui, on a montré que voilà, on a parti à ce tournoi-là et qu'on est favori pour aller à Kigali.
Vous allez à Kigali parce qu'à la différence de points, vous passez devant le REG, vous passez devant l'ABC, 2 équipes que vous avez battues, vous êtes à Kigali.
Eh ben franchement, c'est vraiment un moment d'honneur parce que
it's a moment of magic.
Mali,
All of Mali
un grand moment de joie.
will be celebrating this win.
C'est incroyable.
It's incredible.
On a beaucoup parlé de Souleymane Berté, d'Aliou Diarra, mais aujourd'hui, c'était le collectif. Tout le monde a contribué. C'est une performance collective aujourd'hui.
Oui, voilà.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's a collective performance.
Tout le monde y a mis son grain de sel.
And
et à la fin, on a eu le
extraordinary.
résultat qu'on méritait.
We deserve this victory tonight.
Well, fantastic words there from John Wilkins. He had 12 points on 80% shooting, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. They were great from beyond the arc, the Stade Malien team, and their performance was fantastic overall. You could just hear how much emotion in that talk and in that win. 8 of 22 as a team from beyond the arc to improve on their shooting. But wow, they just outplayed and dominated the ABC fighters in every facet of the game, and they come away deserved winners. Final game stats.
Yeah, talking about final game stats, the standard one will be the 28 assists from Stade Malien as compared to 15 for ABC, and 8 out of 22 behind the arc for Stade Malien, 8 for 28 for the ABC fighters, but the 15 steals stood out for Stade Malien. That is where the game was defined, because Stade Malien went on to score 26 points from turnovers. Very, very incredible performance from Kabakante's side that will go a long way in helping them to qualify for the playoffs in Kigali in May this year.
It certainly will, but one thing we know for sure about what has happened here with this result of ABC fighters and Stade Malien is that US Monastir can now go first in the Sahara Conference if they win. What will happen in terms of second, third, and fourth will be about cumulative points and head-to-head, and that'll all be determined after the final game. So we have a lot to play for. The Sahara Conference is alive and well, and it has been absolutely fascinating bringing you this West Africa derby. We were not disappointed. We've seen competition at the highest level, and a little bit later on, US Monastir and AS Douane will do a battle here in the final game of the Sahara Conference at full time. Dakar Arena. It's ABC Fighters 71, Stade Malien 90.